Hi guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. Today's reading is going to be in regards to those of you who are currently on the twin flame journey, okay? So we're going to take a little look into both counterparts' energies, okay? So we're going to tune into the divine masculine's energy, and we're also going to tune into the divine feminine's energy, okay? Now we're going to use a mix of oracle and tarot just to get some real deep messages and meanings here. But I'm going to start with my twin flame journey oracle deck just to kind of check in on both counterparts to see where they are currently at on this journey, okay? So let's start with the divine masculines. What energy are the divine masculines in at the moment? Forgiveness. Okay, let's just shift these over here. The divine masculines are wanting forgiveness from you. Yeah, look, divine masculine. Strong. I feel like the divine masculines, it's almost like they're having some kind of realization that actually they may have either pushed you too far, or, you know, maybe now they're starting to realize that actually you were the one all along. You were the divine feminine. I get a sense of fear and anxiety here from the divine masculines, okay? So it's almost like they didn't quite believe that you were the divine feminine, if that makes sense. They thought that you could possibly be fooling them or pulling the wool over their eyes. And I do feel like since they've had time apart from you, they're now starting to realize actually how special this connection is and just how pure your heart is, healing. They're currently going through a healing period. Can we get some more on the divine masculine, please? Patience. Now, I feel like this patience card is more linked to the healing, okay? I feel like the divine masculines are like almost like really gearing themselves up to come forward, but they need to be patient with themselves, okay? There's this sense of urgency to come forward and speak to you about asking for forgiveness, okay? But they're not quite ready yet, and I almost feel like the divine is at times stepping in to stop them, okay, because the time just isn't quite right yet. So this patient card isn't really for the divine feminines, it's more the divine masculine really needing to be softer with themselves and to be more patient with themselves because they are healing at the moment. We have commitments. They do have commitment on their mind. Childhood trauma. This comes out, or this has been coming out quite a lot in especially the collective of twin flames that I've been tuning into. They are healing a lot from their childhood, okay? There's a lot of childhood trauma here. Now I feel like this came up, this was made very apparent when you guys were, you know, when you first initially met or when you guys were connected. You brought a lot, or I should say the divine feminines brought a lot of that trauma up to the surface for the divine masculines, and I do feel like this could be a reason why they ran, because it scared them. They were vulnerable. They felt things that they may have like shut down in the past, and there was a reason for this. This has to be brought to the surface for them in order for them to heal and put it behind them and move forward in a more productive way, a more positive way, a more healed way, okay? Because the version of themselves which they have been portraying themselves as up until this point, it just is no longer working. I feel like this version of them was supposed to kind of like it was supposed to be shedded a long time ago, and they have been carrying the weight of this for a number of years, and it's actually the divine feminine, the meeting of the divine feminine, which has really catapulted them into this healing energy, okay? Now the reason why they need to be patient with themselves really is because there is a lot that needs healing here, okay? This divine masculine in particular has been through a lot of trauma, but they do have commitment on their mind, okay? And I feel like they are aware they cannot give you this commitment. They cannot commit to you or anybody until they've healed this childhood trauma. But just know your divine masculine is in that state of forgiveness, okay? So if they have said or done some really mean and hurtful things towards you, oh, divine feminine, you're hurt. Literally, as I was just saying that, if they have done some really mean and cruel things to you or said some not very nice things, they want your forgiveness on that. They are aware of how much they've hurt their divine feminine, okay? It's almost like they can feel that hurt. It pains them to feel that hurt? Divine Feminine wish. I feel like the Divine Feminines are putting their faith into the divine at the moment, okay? It's almost like you're kind of like surrendering to this journey and saying, you know, whatever will be, will be. You know, this is your wish fulfillment to come back into union with your divine masculine. But is it just going to be a wish, you know? Are you just hoping and wishing and praying on that star? It could be that you soul contract with this wish card, because it's very kind of nightimey, and there's stars, there's a shooting star. You may find comfort at nighttime, okay? When the world is quiet, perhaps you sit in your garden or you're outdoors and you look up at the sky. There's something about feeling connected to your divine masculine through the sky, okay? So it's almost like you look up and you see a full moon. Well, your divine masculine is seeing the same full moon, you know, and that in a way it makes you feel comforted. It makes you feel connected to your person still. Same with the stars, they're viewing the same night sky as you. And I do feel like that is the time when the divine feminines are really kind of sat thinking and, you know, really praying for this to come back round. We do have soul contract here, okay? So this is in the divine feminine's energy. I feel like the divine feminines know exactly where they're at on this journey, okay? Divine feminines are much more knowledgeable. I feel like divine feminines have known more for so much more time than divine masculines, if that makes sense. And that does happen quite often. Divine feminine can be more spiritually advanced or ascended, and the divine masculine kind of catches up with them, okay? The divine feminine almost acts as a bit of a lighthouse for the divine masculine. They shine their light and they show them the way, and when they decide to stop running and actually do the work, it's alchemy, okay? Right. Can we get some more on the divine feminine, please? And then we'll go in with the tarot just to see if we can get some deeper messages here. Divine feminines, we have a line. So you may be finding yourself, if you are a divine feminine, spending a lot of time in solitude, spending a lot of time in meditation, or really planning and manifesting, you know, how you want things to move forward. With this alignment, I feel like your overall well-being and mental health is more steady now, okay? Because that's what I'm getting very strongly with these rocks. They're aligned, whereas before it's almost like this was really wobbly, like the stones were falling all over the place, things were all up in the air, you couldn't really control your emotions. And your overall well-being did take quite a bad knock, but you're feeling more stable now, which is fantastic. We do have separation here, so yeah, these twins aren't in union. There is this feeling with the separation card, a feeling of longing for your person. You may have been thinking about your divine masculine a lot more so recently, and feeling, you know, feelings of anxiety, or just feeling a little bit kind of stressed, or even, you know, it could be affecting your sleep pattern, and it could be that you're tuning into your divine masculine's energy, because like I said, there is this energy with the divine masculines of you know, it needs to be done now, you know, I need to just do it, but they need to be patient with themselves because it's just not time yet. So you may be picking up on their energy, okay? But yeah, with the separation card, there's definitely a feeling of longing, and I do think you guys are mirroring each other in that feeling as well. And then we have celebration. I do feel like the divine feminines feel like they are nearing the end of this journey, okay, in terms of actually coming back into union with their twin. There's this sense with the divine feminines, and I know a lot of other readers have picked up on this as well, this sense of something big is coming. You can feel it, but you just don't quite know what it is, right? I get that very strongly here with the celebration card. Right, let's go in with some tarot and see if we can get some deeper messages. So again, we'll start with divine masculine. Let's go forward and clarify this forgiveness card. Can we clarify forgiveness for the divine masculines, please? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I feel like the divine masculines are very much aware that the ball is kind of in their court now, okay? In order for this divine wheel to either continue turning or do a full circle, a full turn, and when I say that, it's talking about a brand new cycle beginning, they know that they have to come forward and, you know, speak, communicate, and ask their divine feminine for forgiveness, okay? There's no other way here. What's flipped there? Three of Swords, yeah. This is also clarifying the divine masculine card that came out. They need to ask for forgiveness. They know that that is what they need to do in order to get things moving again in a more positive, loving way, okay? But it's just quite not time yet. They have caused you a lot of heartbreak. Three of Swords. And again, they're very much aware of this, okay? Because this does fall on top of the divine masculine card. They're very much aware of the pain and the hurt that they've put you through. They may have even betrayed you in some way. They may have, you know, completely stabbed you in the back. And they're feeling really, really sad about this. And like I said, they want to come forward like now, but they know it's just not quite time yet. I'm going to clarify this healing card for the divine masculines. Wow. The Star is my healing card, guys. That's how I view the Star in tarot. You cannot make this up. There is a lot of healing taking place here, okay? And the reason why this divine masculine has finally decided to stop running from their trauma, to stop running from their emotions and their feelings, is because they actually want commitment with you. And they know in order to achieve this commitment with you, this childhood trauma needs to be healed. It needs to be healed because, like I said, the version of themselves which they have been showing up as for quite some time now, that version of them should have died a long time ago. That skin should have been shedded a long time ago, okay? But they've been running for a very, very, very long time. Healing. With the Star card, we also get a sense of a wish fulfillment, okay? And what I love about that is obviously the divine feminines have this wish card. You too are the divine masculine's wish fulfillment. It's almost like they have been looking for somebody like you for all of their life, okay? And when they finally met you, my God, did it terrify them. Like I said, feelings and emotions came to the surface, and that meant that trauma then reared its ugly head, right? But there was a reason for that, and obviously within twin flame relationships, that is what both twins are supposed to do. That's what both counterparts are meant to do. Trigger each other and really highlight, you know, the wounds, the trauma that needs healing within each twin in order for them to go do the work and come back together more whole, more loving, more positive. And then it's almost like power couple. They go out into the world and they share that light. They share their knowledge. They do good in the world. They raise the world's vibration, right? The highest vibration in the world on this earthly plane is love. It's love. And that's why so many twins are, or why you hear about so many twin flame stories, more so recently, the last kind of 5 years, I want to say. Because there are a lot of twins that are needing to come into union to raise the earth's vibration. It's very, very interesting. For those of you who are really knowledgeable about twin flame journey, I mean, there's so much to know. It's not just as simple as, you know, some people really glorify it and romanticize it. It's not romantic. Well, it can be at times, but it's painful and it's hard, and it really is not an easy journey. It really isn't. But this journey is something both twins would have agreed with before they reincarnated on this earthly plane, okay? So just know, whatever you're going through at the moment, you did actually sign up for this. This is in your contract. We have the High Priestess, which is clarifying the Patience card. I need to have a sip of my coffee. I think I'm talking too much. Now, as you know, that the High Priestess embodies intuition, right? This is someone highly intuitive. Divine masculines are actually very, very intuitive, which is something which they may have pushed to the side previously, or, you know, really questioned about themselves, but they're starting to really learn to tune into their intuition and listen to their intuition, whether that is through, you know, just intuitive downloads in day-to-day life, through dreams, through synchronized numbers, whatever it is. And their intuition is telling them that there needs to be more time before this can come back around. And they're really kind of respecting themselves in saying to themselves, I will wait, I will continue to heal, when I will know when the time is right. Okay, let's go and clarify the commitment card for the Divine Masculines. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, this is the version they want to come back round as. Okay, this knight in shining armor. Now this knight is a slow moving knight, so perhaps we could say that, you know, this links very strongly into the patience energy, right? Having to remain patient for this to come back around because the Divine Masculine is currently still healing. Or we could say that this person wants to come back and really, you know, rebuild your trust, because we see forgiveness. There's something about them really hurting you here. They need to rebuild their trust with you. You need to be able to trust them. This is slow and steady. But this knight is holding a pentacle. This is talking about stability, which is, it kind of goes hand in hand with commitment. Okay, they want to be able to come in as this knight in shining armor, but also be, you know, that pillar for you, to be that support for you, whether that is emotionally, physically, financially, what have you. They want to be your equal. Okay, so if they came in and out of your life before, that kind of scatty energy, you know, page-like energy, they don't want to come back as that anymore. They want to come back as this knight in shining armor, this Knight of Pentacles. This is a really sincere approach as well, I feel. When this Divine Masculine does come back around, there's going to be, I feel like, them taking accountability for a lot of things that they may have said and done. Just a sense of maturity, because they're coming back more healed. Now we have the Seven of Wands here, which is clarifying the childhood trauma. So the Divine Masculines at the moment may actually be feeling quite defensive in terms of, you know, thinking back to their childhood, or, you know, reliving childhood trauma. It could be that, you know, there are a few disagreements with family members. There may be arguments, there may be, you know, butting heads, there may be differences of opinions, but this is very much linked to childhood trauma. This is something that they, again, have struggled with for a very long time. It's that sense of really speaking up. Okay, because I'm just feeling like a bit of a block within my throat chakra, which is talking about somebody who hasn't really fully spoken their truth yet. I feel like there was a time, or moments in time, when the Divine Masculine did start to speak, but they were always shut down. Okay, and that could be another reason why your masculine always retreated back into themselves and just thought, it just isn't worth it, like, this is just too much for me, you know. But yeah, there's definitely conflict going on around them now, but this is more, again, it's kind of arguments, it's opinions, it's having to defend oneself. Okay, it's almost like them speaking of a situation that happened and another family member saying, what are you talking about, that's crazy, that didn't happen. And they're like, yes it did, you cannot, you know, you cannot silence me anymore, this is my life, this has really affected my life, and I need to talk about it, I need to heal it, I don't want to be this version of myself anymore, you know. So yes, there's definitely conflict going on around them, but just know Divine Masculines are really strongly thinking about coming forward with this sincere offer of commitment. They know they've hurt you, they know they need to ask for your forgiveness, but they do really want to heal this situation with you. It's just not quite time yet, and they know that. They still have some healing to do. Okay, let's go in and clarify the Divine Feminine's energy. So can we clarify this Hurt card for the Divine Feminines, please? Sun. Yeah, do you know what it is with this particular situation? I think the Divine Feminines, I mean, we did see the Three of Swords here, which is, you know, betrayal, heartbreak. I think the reason why the Divine Feminines are just so hurt and heartbroken is because actually the Divine Masculines make them feel incredibly happy, incredibly whole, incredibly warm. Or it could just be like the connection in which you shared with each other. You just perhaps didn't like view this person in that way. If they've been quite cruel and cold towards you, that could be another reason why there was more heartbreak here, because it's almost like that feeling of disbelief, that this person who you once saw as, you know, your ultimate sun betrayed you and broke your heart. Can we clarify this wish card, please, for the Divine Feminines? We have the Queen of Wands here. Yeah, so you know, I was talking about, you know, especially with this card, the Align card, there's this feeling of the Divine Feminines being quite stable at the moment. You are showing up as a Queen of Wands, okay? Now within this Queen of Wands card, I love to speak of this, the sunflower. The sunflower for me speaks all about growth, okay? So Divine Feminines have actually been through quite a journey to get to where they are now, but they are currently in a place where they're feeling stable, and I do feel like that is emotionally, physically, mentally, financially, they're feeling more stable. Whereas, like I said before, it was a little bit wobbly, okay? Their mental health was not great, their emotions were all over the place, they may have been doing or saying things that were completely out of character, but they're feeling a lot more stable now, okay? And they're really just longing for their Divine Masculine, really, to make his return, his or her return. Can we clarify soul contract, please? Ooh. Five of Cups. Yeah, Divine Feminines, there is that feeling of sadness and grief here, okay? Because you do feel this connection very strongly, and I feel like you have for a very, very long time. It's almost like you question yourself. It's like, well, if we are twin flames, if we are, you know, we are on this soul contract together, why do I feel so sad? Why am I so lonely? Where is my person? This is sadness, loss, and grief, okay? So you're kind of like in and out of both energies. I don't feel like you embody the Five of Cups that much. I feel like those moments in time are coming much more less. But there are times when you do think of the situation with your Divine Masculine. Sorry, I've dropped a card. And there is that feeling of sadness and grief, perhaps grief that this may not come back round, okay? We do have the Ace of Cups here. You really want this Divine Masculine to come forward and offer you this brand new beginning in love here. Chariot, yeah, so you just really want to end this separation now. You may have been in separation with your twin for quite some time, okay? The Chariot card is just telling me that you're just like, come on, let's get going, I'm ready. You know, I long for you, I love you, I miss you, please just come back home. You know, it's that kind of energy. You're like rearing and ready to go. You're like, come on, let's do it. But there is, like I said, a need for patience here, which we obviously did see. Let's clarify this celebration card for the Divine Feminines, please. Ooh. Okay, yeah, look, Four of Cups. I love this. Divine Feminines, you are just not interested in anybody else, okay? The Four of Cups coming in, you may have had people show an interest in you, or either offer you you know, something, maybe asking you out on a date, or, you know, can I get to know you? And you're just like, no thanks, I've got something better coming. You're just not interested. You're not entertaining any other person. You're not even, you know, looking to entertain any other person. Any other offer, I feel like, just kind of like, nah, yeah, it just kind of bores you. So your main focus and goal right now really heavily is manifesting your Divine Masculine coming back in once they have done the, you know, the healing work, and putting an end to this separation for good, because you miss your person. Like I said, there's a sense of longing for one another, okay? But yeah, there is a lot of hurt here. The Divine Masculines, you know, they have some making up to do when they do make their return. But just know, Divine Feminines, your Divine Masculine is thinking about you very heavily, thinking about commitment, thinking about coming in to offer you this stability. There's just a little bit of conflict going on around them at the moment in regards to their childhood trauma, so family, even friends possibly. Divine Feminines, just keep doing what you're doing. Okay guys, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.